Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you are okay. I hope you are fit and away from Corona. Allah Pak may bless you all and protect you against all kinds of worries and problems. You have to stay away from Corona, you have to stay away from the crowds, but you don't have to stay away from this channel because this is your channel. Okay, now today's topic is very important for the students of all board classes. Fine, and we are going to discuss the participles in this class, and it has been demanded by some of you as well. So I'm going to describe to you the use of the participles in different positions. I hope that this class is going to be beneficial for everyone who is going to watch it. Okay, now first of all, what are the participles? As I have already told you in another video where we have discussed the finite verbs and non-finite verbs, participles are actually the non-finite verbs, means the third form and the fourth form. The third form, which is known as the present participle, and the fourth form, which is known as the past participle. Okay, now look at the board so that it may be easily understood. Come to the board, please. Look at the present participle. Okay, present participle is basically a non-finite verb, as it has been already discussed. Please be attentive because this is going to be a very useful class for everyone. Okay, now look at the board. Look at the first use of the present participle. I am teaching. This teaching is being used along with a helping verb, and now it's forming a tense. Here am is showing us that it belongs to present tense, and teaching is the present participle. This combination shows that the verb has now become a finite verb in present continuous tense. It means that present participle can be used to form a continuous verb. Means we can have a present continuous tense by using present participle along with some helping verb. We can have past continuous tense by using present participle along with some helping verb of past tense. We can have any continuous verb or any continuous tense by using or supplying some present participle in our sentence. Okay, come to the next use of the present participle. Now present participle can be used only as a participle, as a non-finite verb, the way it has been used in this sentence. She came to me smiling. She came to me in what state? What was her state, or what was the other act that she was doing besides coming to me? Okay, she came to me. What was her state? She was smiling. It means that the sentence has been made contracted, it has been shortened. Now the sentence has become a shorter sentence, the shorter version of that sentence. For example, if we had she came to me when she was smiling, now this longer sentence has been shortened by supplying the participle. She came to me smiling. Here present participle is being used as a non-finite verb and only as a participle. So here we will term it as a participle. Here it is the finite verb, it is showing the tense. In this example, am teaching, present continuous tense. Okay, a continuous verb, fine, but here it is only a participle. Fine. Now look at the next sentence. A present participle can be used as an adjective as well. fine, as an adjective as well. Look at this sentence, not a sentence, this is a phrase. I have not written the complete sentence because of the space problems, but you can understand the use through this phrase as well. The barking dogs, you must have listened to the proverb, barking dogs seldom bite. Okay, which dogs? The barking dogs. Now this barking, which is a participle by the way, but here it is being used as an adjective describing a noun. So present participle can describe a noun as well. So at that time it would be termed as participle adjective, or only adjective, but you can also call it participle adjective. So third use number 1 to make a continuous tense, use number 2 to show the state of someone, and use number 3 to define or describe some noun where it is used as an adjective, and the last one that is already discussed in some other video as well, that is present participles use as a gerund. When it is used as a gerund, what is a gerund? You already know. When a present participle is used as a noun, it becomes a gerund. Okay, when it is used as a noun, it becomes a gerund. Fine. Now look at this sentence. Whether it is used as a noun or not, you can understand yourself. Please look at the sentence. I like his singing. I like his singing. What do I like? I like his singing. I like his what? What? His personality, his house, his job, his eyes, his smile, his what? I like his singing. So this singing is a present participle, but here it is being used as a noun. When a present participle is used as a noun, it is typically termed as a gerund. Okay, now there are 4 uses of present participle. I repeat again and again because I want you to understand, and I want you not to commit any mistake in the board papers, because there present participle is asked in any of its grammatical positions. Fine. Present participle can be used to form any continuous tense, number 1. Number 2, it can be used as a participle only where a simultaneous action is shown in some sentence. Fine. Or state is denoted through the present participle. Number 3, it can be used as an adjective. Yes. Number 4, it can be used as a noun. At that time it is known as a gerund. Okay, that's all from present participle. Now come to the past participle. We saw 4 uses of the present participle, and now we are going to see the 4 uses of past participle. Means the past participle is also used in 4 different ways. Number 1, I have taught. It means that a past participle can be used to form some perfect tense. You know that it is a non-finite verb. Past participle is also, the third form is also a non-finite verb, but when it is added to some helping verb, or when some helping verb is added to the past participle, it becomes finite verb, and it can be used to form any of the perfect tenses. Okay, so we can have present perfect tense using past participle, we can have past perfect tense using past participle, we can have future perfect tense using past participle. This is use number 1 of the past participle. Okay, now the next use. Look at this sentence. He finds himself glorified. He finds himself in which state? Glorified. Okay, it means that the past participle can be used to define some state as well, state of some person, condition of some person. Okay, now in this case it will only be termed as a participle. Fine. Similarly, the way we saw the example of the present participle in sentence number 2 over here, she came to me smiling, the state is being shown. The same way in this sentence, past participle is showing the state of someone. He finds him glorified. Okay, now Look at the third use of past participle, the broken arrow or the broken arrows. This is a phrase, okay. The broken arrows were of no use for the army. Now we can have a sentence developed from this phrase as well, but look at the phrase, the broken arrows. Which arrows? The broken arrows. It means that past participle can also define some noun. Arrows is a noun which is being described by the past participle. So past participle can be used as an adjective as well. When it describes some noun, at that time it becomes an adjective. So present participle can also be the adjective in some cases. Similarly, past participle is also an adjective in some cases. Fine. Now come to the last example, last use of the past participle, that is when it is used to form some passive verb. In all the tenses, we cannot have a passive verb without having a past participle. Okay, so to form a passive verb, we need to have a past participle. So 4 uses of past participle as well. Formation of perfect tenses, number 1. Number 2, when it is used to show some state or the condition of some subject. Okay. Number 3, when it is used as an adjective, okay, when it describes some noun. Past participle describes some noun, can be used as an adjective. Number 4, when it is used to form some passive verb, to form the passive voice. Okay, so I hope that this class has benefited you. If you have not been able to understand some of the points in this class, in this lesson, you can leave your comment so that that particular part may be revised. No problem, I have no issues to revise, but you need to watch the videos carefully. You need to attend the lectures in the school whenever you find a chance to meet me carefully. I have no hesitation in answering you, but you have to show your will as well. Okay, I hope everyone is fine. Take care. Khuda Hafiz, but subscribe to the channel and share. Don't forget, please.